Hey, there be so much that I see go on, and from the things that heaven does show me, I'm telling all of us, man. Like all you little dudes that's running around and shoot out here shooting each other, killing each other, and with your squabbles and your beefs, y'all gotta stop it. Cause y'all part of the problem too. And I ain't talking about the problem that you might think I'm talking of. But there's a problem with sinkholes, earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes, floods, creatures even. And even the heavens unleashing its powers. And there's so many things that the heaven has to deliver to us. Like, taking this picture. Beast. You see how big an elephant is? How big a whale is? Well, remember them, and these some big ass whales. And they got scared enough to come and beach themselves like, hold up, we gotta go towards man, towards land. Shit, we stand a better chance with man. Maybe they'll try to save us, but this motherfucker that's after us, we ain't got no chance against. So they been running out of the waters, because these are things that's coming up from the deep. Now, such a so, all across the world, there's been sightings of strange creatures. Like, like never before seen. Some even bigger like us. Niggas hearing sounds and I live in those rural areas, like out in the woods, deep in the woods. Oh yeah, they out there, yo. Many things are gathering, and guess who they all got their eye on? Man, us. Now, for now, you might say that the Father or God has everything at bay. Like even the creatures that we know, like our pets, dogs, cats, mice, insects, everything. All these things can be made to come at us and shall. And even more, things you know and don't know of. Creatures you have seen and have never seen. Some both great, big, and small. Like you see one you can't even see. You know, these little viruses that's out here now. Oh, but it gets worse, because guess what? One thing y'all not realizing that these little viruses, they live on some things. And these things that they live on, we never seen them before. That's why these viruses are new to us. Y'all better wake up. Now, what way do we stop this from being? Well, the only way that the Father wanted man, that man should abide by, is by love. He wanted us to love one another, plain and simple. That's all he wants for us. Stop killing each other, start treating each other with love and respect. Like, every man is your brother and every child is your child. Plain and simple. That's where life has to go to. We have enough technology right now that nobody has to starve. There should be no homeless. There should be no rich poor. There should be none of this, but there should be just all men living life. This is what this life was given to us for. But we have drifted so long, and I'm watching the world go further and further into this abyss. Cause y'all got this race war brewing now. Not only the race war you got brewing, but you got holding the past responsible. Y'all gotta stop all this. Like, I'm black. My mother, my grandmother, she was born a slave. As a little girl, even though slavery got abolished by the time she was like maybe 5, 6 years old, but she was still born a slave. So, and then coming through my life, but God has just blessed my people. Because I had an uncle whose name was George Washington. Grew up in North Carolina. And later on went to Washington, D.C. to live. And I tell you, if they tell you any motherfucker who was the president, it was that black nigga George Washington. Oh, yeah. And I know that's what they call him. Because he was a terror to him. This boy was a boy out of the woods of North Carolina. And he was a wild one. And he knew how to shoot. Oh, his gun game was very correct. Like, I'm not just bragging on my dead uncle, but I loved him oh so dearly because he taught me oh so much. But at the same time, there was many things he let me know that I had taught him. Like, many grown-ups came to tell me this when I was but a little kid that I taught them. But now I know why. It's because of the things I said. They asked me questions. Like a lot of people all through my life, I realized people ask me questions and were amazed by the answers. So the answer to you, yo, what if this nigga shot your brother, boom, 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 and you got the drop on him and you could kill him? Would you? And my first response would be yes. But if he asks me to spare his life, then no, I won't. But then we'll have a discussion. We'll have a talk. In order that I make him see that, yo, first of all, y'all can't give in to anger. I done told y'all many years ago, anger is cursed. And why you think everybody killing and killing and killing? It's not going to stop. If you allow yourself to get angry, that's what it's going to lead to. Death. You don't want that. So, you, my little brothers and sisters, somebody might do some little bullshit that get you mad. If it ain't you protecting yourself, then okay. But if it's because you don't like the way a nigga look at you, or he said something to you, or he shot your brother, or he killed your man, and nah, all this gotta stop. Do you know why? Because we're dwindling. And what do I mean by we? Man itself. Because this is not only a black problem. This shit happen in white communities, Hispanic communities, in all the world this happens. We are killing each other. And this is a no-no. All the Father who created everything in life, all he wanted a man to do was love one another. And guess what? It's going to be made to come back to that. Because if we don't stop, you see everything that's happening? We're going to be trying to save each other. If you're smart. It's going to come down to that. We're going to try to save each other. We're going to show that love that the Father wanted us to show to each other. It's going to be forced upon us. And we ain't going to like it then. But we're going to have to. Because there are going to be so many things coming at us. Whether it be the weather, the water, the earth itself, or fire, or the creatures, many creatures that come from these places. Because don't think that there ain't a living organism in fire. Oh, yes, there is.